I think we're celebrating recently a very special anniversary.
Yeah, we tape a little bit ahead. So I don't know exactly when this is going to come out, but today is September 13th. And my whole career in late night started on September 13th, 1993. So it's been exactly 30 years since I started. And it feels like a long, because so much has happened, it feels like a long time ago, but I will always remember that day that we did our first television show. And a lot of young people don't know, or rightly don't care. But at the time it was kind of a, who is this guy? I was a complete unknown and hadn't been on television. And so people were, I think half the audience was tuning in just to see someone try to jump their motorcycle over a canyon and fail.
Oh,
so,
no.
I have very fond memories of the show. It was a really fun first show. It was electrifying to get to do it.
You were a baby.
I was 29 when I auditioned.
That's crazy.
And then I had just turned 30 when I got the job. And then we put it together very quickly in a couple of months. And I do have to get this all down on paper someday because it is a wild story. But with the help of really talented, funny people, and got a good crew together, some of whom are still with me today. Jeff Ross, still with me. Mr. Frank Smiley, still with me. Paula Davis. Gina, of course, Batista.
Yeah.
And Andy. I still see Andy almost every day because he does his podcast here in the building. And so we see each other a lot. And Andy was out there with me, and he had been hired as a writer. And immediately I thought, this guy, I just want him next to me because I'm going to on the nose cone of a rocket into space. I'm probably going to get killed. I'd like to have this funny guy next to me. And so that was a blessing.
So there was no original plan for you to have a sidekick?
No, there was no original plan for anything. And the whole thing had to come together very quickly. But that first show, we worked really hard. And Robert Smigel, my original head writer, he and I had this vision of what we wanted, and we worked very hard. And Jeff Ross was there helping us make it happen, and he was instrumental in the whole operation. And we decided that we wanted this very silly kind of sense of humor. And we worked so hard. We had pre-tapes. We had everything just lined up. So we knew our first show was going to be good. We knew it was going to be loaded with a lot of good stuff. So people subsequently said, oh, you must have been terrified that day. And I remember thinking, no, I was just excited to get going.
Really?
Yeah, I was. I was excited. I was so excited to get going because the whole summer people were like, who the fuck are you? And that was my mom.
Speaking of that, you know how I heard about you?
What?
From my mom. I was away at college and she said, this is the new guy they're putting on, Conan O'Brien. Yeah. And then she really liked you. She watched the show.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I didn't have a TV at college or I would have tuned in.
It was a different time. No one had... It's funny. I go back to colleges now and they have televisions and computer, whatever. I didn't have of course, there weren't televisions when I went to college. We had curved top radios. But anyway, it was a really special day. And so it was just funny to wake up today and think, I had some texts from people saying, wow, 30 years ago today. And that changed my life completely.
Yeah.
And was great. And, obviously lots of ups and downs, but just, I wouldn't change a thing. Absolutely amazing. And then I just keep thinking about the different eras or sections. So went through that whole late night thing. And then Sona, I don't meet you till really the end of the late night thing and the beginning of the Tonight Show. Thanks for your help with that.
Oh. Sounded like you were blaming me.
No, a lot of people are.
A lot of people,
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, well, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Well, you were the one thing that changed.
Yes.
Okay. Everything was going along swimmingly. Then I came along.
You're like, I can help. Yeah. Oh, no, look out. But no, you showed up and then that whole era, like the tour and everything at TBS and this podcast and meeting you, Matt. I mean, I know it sounds sappy, but I cannot believe my good fortune. I just keep meeting new people that challenge me in different ways and I get to have more and more fun. It just seems like I'm off the charts blessed. So
half your life you have been a figure.
No, that
figure.
would make me 60. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
And,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
We're putting out a press release
So
that
you
I
were
am
29, you turned
1/3 of your
30.
life.
That
I am
was
40
years
I am
ago.
44.
Oh, okay.
We're putting it. My publicist had this idea this morning. That I'm going to 44 now.
Do you want to
Oh,
go
but
back at the
you're
opening
so
of this segment and say we recorded this in 1998?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Well, I think President Clinton's doing a bang-up job. I also just want to take a second to say, no, I'm 60 now, and I was 29 when I auditioned, then 30 when we did the show. And, and it's so funny when I look at clips now from that first show or that first year of that first show, I can't believe they let that guy on television. He's so young and goofy, and my hair was insane.
I don't know why, but I feel like, you found your stride very quickly, too, though. I mean, I feel like you started and everyone just started talking about you.
It's true. I heard about you from my mom, but then it was all my friend circles, and we would just watch and eat it
that's
up.
nice.
I would never tell you probably enough what a fan I was of you.
You have never mentioned it.
I've mentioned it at least once.
Talked about this.
Yeah, maybe in my sleep it came out.
I think so.
But no, I really.
Well, you know what's interesting, and I actually think this is the way things should be, but most of what we heard about back then, because there wasn't an internet, was we just heard from TV critics who were not happy. And so we heard all this negativity, and the network wasn't happy. And so we were only mostly just getting negativity. And then I remember the first summer that we made it through the fall and this long, dark winter and a lot of criticism, and it was tough. And then we made it to the summer, and kids got out of college and they came to see the show live in Rock Forest Center. And suddenly I'd walk out, and and Robert Smigel, I talked to him about this. He remembers it too. Starting in June, I'd walk out for the monologue or for the warm-up, and the crowd would go crazy. And I would think, is there someone behind me that they want to see? But I had no idea. We had no idea. We had no idea. And then, of course, they all went back to school in the fall.
Do you think that you would have read stuff if people talked about it? Because you're very big on not reading.
No, but I would have. It would have. There are all these young performers today, comedians who were watching then, who tell me, who are so established and good, and they tell me that they were watching then and really liking it. And my reaction is always to a hater or Mulaney or a Nick Kroll or any of these people, why didn't you tell me? And they're like, I was a kid, idiot. We didn't know. I thought everyone hated me.
And I did. I sent letters.
I shredded all the letters. If there wasn't cash in there, I shredded them. But
30 years, that's truly remarkable and impressive. So congratulations.
And it is an amazing, because I don't ever see anything like that happening again, where they just take someone who no one has ever really heard of and then make them host a storied franchise.
Well, also, I think the television business has changed so much that at the time, now there's so much television that you're always, you can go home at night and you can watch 10,000 television shows literally on all these streaming services, and they can be populated with people you've never heard of. Or you can go on the computer and watch YouTube clips, and it's everybody you've never seen before. But this was back in this other era where literally there's 2 late night shows, and and now there's going to be there's this third one. So we're giving a third person in America a chance. Who shall it be? What's the population of America? About 340 million. All right. Who should it be? Lauren Michaels, what do you think? I think maybe Conan O'Brien. Done!
Let's see. We'll need another man.
Yeah. And so it's just so weird because...
It is crazy. It's crazy.
I shouldn't have had that chance and got it. And I've just been... and then, as you know, Sona, met Liza shooting a remote on the show, so that would never have happened.
And you met your husband because of the show?
I met because of the show.
Yeah.
And I'm marrying Matt Gourley because he's here on the podcast, which wouldn't have happened if it weren't for the show.
Well, other people on the show
so
have married each other and met because of the show. Like there's babies because of this show.
Oh, yeah. Also, I think many people made babies at 12:30 at night back then.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because there was nothing else. So many people used to say, I watched you last night because I was up fucking. I'd say, what an awful phrase.
That's too much.
Maybe
that's TMI.
That's the key to your longevity is that you're an aphrodisiac and then you made another generation of people that were beholden to you.
They made it very clear they were having sex when a cat stepped on the remote and the TV came on. God damn it, I can't finish. Why? Because that idiot's on. His hair's going every which way. He's jerking around. He's talking too much. His voice is weird. That comedy's abrasive and strange.
And this is you talking.
No,
with an accent.
Yeah. All right. Well, feel very fortunate today to just have been around for this ride.
Yeah.
Well done.
And now, goodbye forever.
Oh,
no.
Wait, that was unforeseen.
Well, it just felt like I should ride off now.
No.
Okay, I'll stick
we need
around.
you to keep going.
All right, okay.
I have a house to pay off.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's a nice house.